Have you ever looked at some creators and just wondered, how are they doing it? How do they seem to effortlessly turn all those views and followers into a real, thriving business? Meanwhile, so many others are making amazing content but just spinning their wheels when it comes to income. Well, the secret isn't just about posting more or getting lucky with a viral video. It's all about having a system, a map that literally guides someone from being a total stranger to becoming your most loyal, paying fan. And today, we're going to draw that map together. Okay, let's get into it.
So, does this feel a little too real? You're putting in the work. You're posting every single day. You're on all the platforms. You're doing all the things you're supposed to be doing. But then you look at your bank account and the numbers, they just don't match the effort, do they? It's that super frustrating feeling of just shouting into the wind, wondering if anyone's even really paying attention.
But here's the thing that's going to change everything for you. What if I told you the problem isn't your content at all? Seriously. What if it's just that you're missing a system? You're missing a clear, intentional path that takes people from one place to the next. This isn't about working harder. It's not about posting more. It's about creating a strategic flow for all that amazing attention you're already getting. And that system, that's what we're going to call the money flow map. I just love this phrase because it's exactly what it sounds like. It is a roadmap to the money. It's the blueprint that takes a complete stranger, someone who has no idea who you are, on a very specific journey. You take them from that very first scroll all the way to feeling a real, genuine connection with you, until they become a loyal fan who pays and who stays. This right here, this is the foundation of a real creator business.
So you ready to build your map? Here's how we're going to do it. First, we'll look at the 4 core stages that make up the whole system. Then we're going to zoom in on each one: discovery, connection, conversion, and retention. And then we'll wrap it all up by showing you how to put your map to work, so it becomes this seamless, powerful system that just works.
Okay, let's start with the big picture, the 30,000-foot view. Every successful creator I've ever seen follows these 4 stages, whether they even realize it or not. This is the blueprint. This is what turns a content hobby into an actual sustainable business. And honestly, understanding the structure is what separates random posting and hoping for the best from real strategic growth.
And here they are, the 4 core stages of your money flow map. First up, you've got discovery. This is all about grabbing that initial attention. Then we move into connection, which is maybe the most important stage, where you build real, genuine trust. From there, it's conversion, where you inspire that person to make a commitment. And finally, the most profitable stage of all, retention, where you create loyalty and fans for life. Each stage has a very specific job, and it builds right on top of the last one.
All right, let's dive into stage 1, discovery. And I love this subtitle, the billboard phase, because it's the perfect analogy. I want you to think about it. Your job here isn't to have some deep, meaningful conversation. It's to make someone who's speeding down the highway at 80 miles an hour look up and go, whoa, what was that?
So think about where this is happening. We're on the busiest highways of the internet, right? TikTok, Instagram, Reels, places with endless traffic. And what's your goal here? The emotional goal is not to make a sale. It's not even really to get a follow. It is simply to stop the scroll. That's it. You just want to spark a tiny little flame of curiosity. And you do this with things like a killer hook in the first 3 seconds, jumping on a trend in a way that's unique to you, or just posting a clip that screams, "This is who I am," which naturally attracts your kind of people. So, if you take one thing away from this section, please let it be this: you are not selling in the discovery stage, okay? Let me say that again. You are not selling here. Any talk about your paid platform at this stage just feels wrong. It's jarring, and it'll actually push people away. Your only mission is to earn a tiny piece of real estate in someone's brain. You just want them to remember you an hour later. And you do that by showing up with confidence, letting your personality shine, and maybe even leaving a little bit of mystery. It's a billboard, plain and simple. Get all the eyes, but with zero pressure and absolutely no ask. Okay, so once you've grabbed their attention with that flashy billboard, it's time for stage 2, connection. And this is where the real magic starts to happen. We're shifting gears now. We're moving from just getting views to building something way more valuable, something I like to call trust equity. Think of it like a bank account. Every single positive interaction you have is a deposit into that account. And this is where we build that trust. We're moving off that public highway and into more personal, more intimate spaces. We're talking DMs, Instagram stories, maybe some exclusive previews. The emotional goal here is totally different. Now, it's all about creating a sense of familiarity, a real emotional connection.
This is where you actually reply to their comments, where you share behind-the-scenes stuff in your stories, where you let your true, unfiltered personality come out and play.
I want you to really let that sink in for a second. This stage is a transformation. You're taking that little spark of curiosity you created and you're fanning it into a warm feeling of comfort and trust. It's that magic moment when a follower stops seeing you as just some random creator and starts seeing you as a person they actually know and like. And they start to think, you know, I really vibe with them. I wonder what else they have going on. That question right there, that is the sound of the entire funnel turning.
And that question, that little moment of genuine interest, leads us perfectly into stage 3, conversion. Now here's the best part. If you've done the first 2 stages right, if you built that intrigue and then you've nurtured it with a real connection, this stage doesn't feel like a sales pitch at all. For your follower, it just feels like a natural, easy, and honestly, an exciting yes.
So this is where your paid platform like OnlyFans finally comes into play. The emotional goal here is to turn that warm connection into a solid commitment, and your actions here are all about making that decision feel super easy and rewarding for them. We're talking about a pinned welcome post that clearly lays out all the value they're about to get, or maybe creating exclusive bundles to add a little bit of urgency, or dropping some fire new content that makes them feel like, wow, I'm joining at the perfect time.
And this is the biggest takeaway for this stage, so listen up. Conversion is not some aggressive, separate action. It's the natural result of all the work you've already done. It's about being consistent. The person they connected with in the DMs needs to be the exact same person they find on your paid page. And it's about clarity, making it painfully obvious what they get and why it's so worth it. When you've built that foundation of intrigue and trust, conversion just becomes the easy next step that they want to take.
But listen, getting a new subscriber, that's just the beginning. The real money, the kind of income that lets you do this for a living, is made in stage 4, retention. I love calling this the loyalty loop, because that's exactly what you're trying to create, a cycle of value and appreciation that keeps your best fans happily subscribed month after month.
So we're still on your paid platform, but the goal has totally shifted. It's not about acquisition anymore, it's about appreciation. The emotional goal is to keep your fans feeling active, attached, and valued. This is where you send personal messages, offer little surprise bonuses when they renew, and create loyalty rewards that make them feel like they're part of a real inner circle. It's all about making your paying fans feel special, seen, and smart for deciding to support you.
And this, right here, is why retention is the absolute key to building a sustainable business, not just having a good month. This is where your income actually starts to compound and grow on itself. I mean, think about it. It is always, always, always cheaper and easier to keep a happy fan than it is to go out and find a brand new one. Your most dedicated, long-term fans, they're the bedrock of your entire business. They give you the predictable income that lets you create without stress.
Okay, we have explored all 4 stages. We know the specific job that each one has to do, so now it's time to put it all together. Let's see how your money flow map works as a complete, living, breathing system. Let's get this machine running.
I absolutely love this river of trust analogy. Just picture it. Your audience's attention is like a stream of water. It starts out in the wide open ocean of TikTok and Instagram, where millions of people are just floating by. Your billboard catches their eye. Then, that little stream of attention flows into the deeper, more intimate channels of your DMs and your stories, and that's where the real bond is formed. From there, it flows into the exclusive, protected harbor of your OnlyFans page, and finally, it circles back on itself in a loyalty loop, rewarding them and keeping that river flowing strong and deep. All right, you ready for a quick-fire summary? Let's do it. So, first up, what is the money flow map? It's your step-by-step system for guiding a stranger's emotions and building their trust, taking them from a casual viewer to a fully committed fan.
And how do the stages connect? Easy. Discovery sparks intrigue. Connection turns that intrigue into genuine trust. Conversion gives them exclusive access because of that trust. And retention rewards their loyalty to keep them coming back. See? It's a perfect chain reaction.
So where do most creators mess this up? The funnel starts to leak whenever there's a disconnect. If your personality on TikTok is totally different from who you are in the DMs, or if your paid content doesn't deliver on the promises you hinted at, you lose them. That break in trust is the leak.
So how do you fix the leak? It all comes down to one word: consistency. A consistent personality, a consistent tone, and a clear, logical path for your fans to follow. That's what keeps them engaged and moving forward. Don't make them guess what to do next. You have to guide them.
And finally, what does a healthy money flow map feel like for your fans? It feels effortless.
It feels totally natural. It feels like a journey that they chose to take every single step of the way. There's no pressure, no hard sell, just a series of invitations that they are genuinely happy to accept.
And this, truly, is the power of the money flow map. When you understand this system, when you know the why behind every single post, every story, every DM, everything changes. You're not just throwing content at a wall and hoping something sticks anymore. You are strategically and intentionally building a real business, one loyal fan at a time.
So now you have the map. You have the entire blueprint for success laid out in front of you. The only question left is, where are you going to start building? Are you going to focus on widening the top of your funnel with more effective discovery content? Or maybe you'll focus on building deeper, more meaningful connections with the audience you already have. The path is yours to build, and I seriously can't wait to see what you create.